I think we're live. Hey, everybody. We are here tonight on a Friday evening partying up like adults, building Lego.
Drinking some water.
I don't actually have anything to drink. I'm going to have to run through that. Sure. So, yeah. Hi, everybody. We are building some of our fun Disney Castle bags that we've earned.
Like three weeks ago for me.
Yeah, yours is a little bit overdue. Mine I just earned this week, so that's some fun stuff. Mm-hmm. And we've invited a bunch of friends, so I don't know who all will or won't necessarily poke into the live stream. Yes, thanks for joining us in the chat. Hello, Miss Brickatech, Cody. Hello, Lego Freak. Hello, Titanium J.
Hello.
Hello, Ninjordan's Block Shop. And a special hello to... Hi, Jim Blade.
Hey.
Hello.
How's it going, bud?
I've had better days.
Better days? Oh, no. You want to talk about it, or you rather not?
Yeah, no, we're not going to talk about it.
Okay.
But I appreciate that you didn't just say, I'm fine.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, definitely. Thanks for the honesty, and hopefully, a little bit of hanging out or whatever makes you feel a little bit better and gives you a little bit of sunshine today.
Hopefully, this riveting event taking place tonight.
Hey, Sunshine. Hey, Papa Bear. Hey, Jenny. Hey, Bonnie. We got the whole crew poking in.
So, Jenny, I have seen some pictures of. That's the right one, right? The cookies and the food.
She sent us a really good recipe for some really good, I think it was a chicken and mushroom meal.
Oh, see, that sounds tasty.
Yeah.
I wish I was better at cooking. One, I have no patience for it. I will cook something if...
I didn't say it.
No, I full on admit that, I'm not very good at it, so therefore I don't want to do it. But I don't have the patience for it unless it's something I know how to do, that I don't want to fumble around and be like, what's this seasoning and how much do I put in, or, I don't know. If I have to work for it. So
Jenny said I've sent healthy food too, so I think
that's awesome.
Our chat's going to be a little delayed, obviously. And so I did recognize you did send a really good sounding dish, and I'm looking forward to trying it together.
But you're going to cook it? Here's the thing too. Before life was busy and crazy, I think Scott
I don't remember such a time.
3.
-1. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Dave once a week used to cook a special meal for me.
I did.
And
for us.
For us. It was for me. Because you were cooking and it was just something that I didn't have to do. Mm-hmm. But he actually enjoys trying new things, and he made what was that one really the Bananas Foster?
Oh yeah, Bananas Foster's French toast.
He was not happy with it because he said it was burned or something.
Yeah, so the Foster's part, the sauce or whatever, which I don't know the names or remember the names, but
it was a while ago.
Slightly burnt. It got just a little too hot in the pan, so it had a little bit of a burnt flavor to it.
It was so good. Yeah. Something I could not. Well, I don't want to say I couldn't make it, but I have very little desire to try to do that. That speaks a lot about my personality just in general, I think, right?
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Hey, so not to interrupt this riveting conversation, but I do want to welcome, we got another friend joining us, and with us is now Mr. Craggle.
What up?
Hello, how's it going?
Not too bad. How you doing, Craggle?
Not too bad.
Good.
Oh, it's Jim Blake here as well.
Jim Blake?
I didn't sign up for Craggle.
What?
Okay. I may have to leave then if Jim Blade's here.
No.
So did I just jump in a portal and it happened to be 6 months ago?
Why, was there a Jim Blade versus Craggle battle then?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude.
Permits, by the way.
What lens are you using? You look super skinny.
It's called the We Don't Eat Anymore Craggle lens.
Wow, you lost weight. I found it.
Yeah.
Dave's doing really, really good.
Yeah, I'm at.
He's doing really good.
I think I'm at. It's 20 or 21 pounds since the new year. So.
Yeah, he's doing really good.
What's that in stone?
It's 8 stone per pound, right? Or I mean,
Stone per
8 pound per stone.
Man,
I don't
let me bust
know.
out the calculator.
See, in the UK, we're kind of messed up. We have the metric system, but people refer to their weight in stone, but then no one knows what a pound is. So
That's so confusing.
It's 8 or 13. I can't remember. I think
I
it's
feel like
8.
it might be 8, but
I'm gonna be so excited if I'm 8. Can you
Atobe
even
is
type?
not going to be there. No,
Oh
I
my
can't type
God.
it all on this phone. Un moment, s'il vous plaît. 1 pound equals 0.0714. So if I lost
Just do 1
21
stone.
pounds, it's 1.5 stone.
nice.
Wait,
Like,
can
don't
you
get me
just do
wrong.
what's 1 stone and how many pounds?
I mean, I can.
Well, I want to know if it's
So 1 stone is
14.
the equivalent of 14 pounds.
wasn't anywhere near what I said.
No. You were wrong.
Yeah, I was wrong on a
Yeah,
lot.
you were wrong. Oh, there we go. Sunshine knew it. 14 pounds per stone. So first of all, with the metric system, it makes sense if you just said, "Hey, how many kilograms do you weigh?"
Well, the
Right.
thing is, it's like
Right.
But
That's
stones?
2.2.
it's messed up. The metric
You're
system, I
close
think,
to Ireland and Scotland, right? You guys like all the Scottish games and
Oh boy.
the metric system, I think, came in like in the 80s in the UK. But like when I was in the school, sort of 90s and noughties, they were still very much like teaching you half and half. And like in the shop, some of the stuff was sold like in ounces, and some of it was sold in grams. It's
man, that's
so
really
I understand neither. That's basically the takeaway from here.
okay.
Is it neither or neither?
It depends on how you say it.
It's just
I'm a neither kind of guy.
I flip flop.
Yeah. Hey, Lego Freak, welcome.
How you guys doing?
Friends are on today.
Lego Freak's here. Wow, I thought Lego Freak had
Hey.
like died or something.
Well, he almost did by putting that flag apparently in his neighbor's yard.
Oh my goodness, dude, he was so mad about them.
That's not my thing.
You put a flag in your neighbor's yard?
No, it was Comcast, and he all of a sudden got like so angry at them.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. So he's on a mission to try and get good internet instead of the hamster wheel that he's using. And apparently his neighbor was very frustrated because he likes the hamster.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Oh, actually, I seem to remember now on the Discord. I wondered why you just post a picture of like this tiny white flag in the grass. I was
Yeah,
like,
it's-
okay.
It's finally that I won't be glitching out anymore like I normally do all the time.
So you're finally upgrading from dial-up, yeah?
He's
Yeah,
trying.
they should be within a week or two.
A week or two. That's not bad at all.
Kids nowadays.
So we got here. So Sunshine says, "Yep, I'm old enough. It was very mixed up for me as well, metric and imperial." So Sunshine, where are you from? I don't know that I know. Welcome
back.
back.
Mike wasn't working, so
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, you just kind of vanished all of a sudden. What's going on?
it just stopped working because I switched out my Bluetooth headphones so I could charge for my wired one.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
Cool.
fancy like that, I have 2 sets of headphones, you know.
Nice. Mike, I had a nice set of headphones, and then it died because you let your kids use things, and it is what it is. Hello, good evening, Mrs. Craggle.
Probably.
Oh, not her. Honestly, I can't go anywhere without her.
Catching up on you. Were you supposed to do something with her, and she's stalking you now, going like,
No,
sure
Greg
you
was
were doing-
upset yesterday because he wanted me to play Fortnite, but we watched the Justice League Snyder Cut yesterday
I
instead.
can't believe you
So.
wasted 4 hours on that. Good.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. I've heard a lot of good things, and not just from you, but some other avenues. I've heard some good things. So
I will admit, right, I like Zack Snyder's non-DC films. Well, Watchmen is kind of DC Vertigo, but I didn't like Batman v Superman. I didn't like the handling of the characters, and I enjoy Man of Steel, but I had a lot of issues with it. So I was kind of happy when he stepped away from the whole universe, but I always felt that he was done dirty with what happened with Justice League. It seemed like they took advantage of his daughter taking her own life to sort of give him the boot. And I kind of got a little bit caught up in all the hype when this Snyder Cut was finally announced. I felt good that the fans who've been petitioning it for so long, people would say it didn't exist,
okay.
were proven wrong. And I was cautiously optimistic, but I did expect to go, to come out of it and go, well, I have this issue. But honestly, I absolutely loved it. We did plan originally in watching it in sections because it's split into chapters.
Okay.
And I think that's why originally HBO Max or Warner Bros. They were considering releasing it as like a mini series.
Is it 4 chapters? Is that what I heard?
There's 7 altogether, but one of them is very short. But honestly, like we were watching it, and apart from a couple of toilet breaks, we just binged the whole thing. It didn't feel like 4 hours at all.
Okay.
I would have said it felt more like 2.5 hours, maybe. Yeah.
Is the whole movie in black and white? I saw a lot of stuff about like black and white posting and blah blah blah, a bunch of places, and so like, is that somehow related to the movie, or what's that in tribute to?
No, it's not in black and white. Apparently, Zack Snyder said that ideally he would have made the whole film in black and white, which doesn't surprise me because one of the issues I have with his previous DC films is they're super desaturated and like have no color to them.
Okay.
But this is in color. Apparently, he wants to release an alternative cut that's in black and white. It is in like 4:3, so the frame is like a square. But that's because he used like an IMAX type camera, and normally when they do that, like what they do is they chop like the bottom off to make it into widescreen, and he wanted to have it full frame. So
I thought IMAX was the whole reason why everything started going widescreen.
No, IMAX came out a long time after widescreen. Widescreen has been around for donkey's years.
Huh.
IMAX, it's kind of more square.
Okay.
I think on there. But I don't know if he shot all of this in IMAX, but he wanted it like in the original square aspect ratio as opposed to having like the top or bottom cut off of it.
Okay. I'm going to say hello to a couple people in the chat here. Hey, Andy, you. Hello, Canadian. Welcome. And hello, Randy Hayes, who asks, when is Philly 2021?
Is it even happening this year?
I don't think
Who
so.
knows?
Well, I think we had kind of talked about jokingly just inviting a bunch of people to meet someplace and like bringing our own Lego Fest.
Honestly, I'm down. That'd be so much better.
I don't know that it would be better, but it would
Jim
be
Blake
a
said
fun
it.
compromise during a year in
Like-
which you can't do the other thing.
It would be cool to see y'all again. It's been 2 years.
It has.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's gone by so fast.
Yeah.
I know.
But yeah, I mean, if we coordinated someplace to,
Mhm.
like, it would still be Brickfest for us, just not seeing all the other
Yeah.
designs.
Yeah, I mean, it
and
wouldn't
stuff.
It wouldn't be all the Lego setups and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but it'd at least be a get
The
together,
vendors.
go somewhere and have some
I mean,
fun or whatever.
Yeah, we should try to coordinate like someplace, even just for a weekend, like a.
Another
Hershey
reason
Park's
we
opening
do
back up this
to
summer,
head
so-
out to the Pennsylvania area because that's where at least a few of them are. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to make our way all the way over to Wales.
No, that's what
That would be fun.
It would
but,
be amazingly fun,
I don't
but
think-
also not in the budget.
And I don't want to deal with that with Luke.
I
I just don't.
No.
So
The car ride will be
he can
fun
stay.
enough.
He can stay with Grammy.
Can we not like make it like somewhere in between, like your place and my place, like
The
I don't know, in the
ocean.
middle of the Atlantic Ocean, maybe?
Island.
Great idea. Just the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Wonderful.
We just like get like a wooden raft and just have some Lego sets on there.
How far are you from the Bahamas? I'll go to the Bahamas.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun in the
I go
Bahamas.
to Bahamas.
I mean, I'll go Bahamas too if you're paying.
Yeah,
Well,
if
so
Dave pays for everybody, including our family, then
What about the stimulus?
Randy Hayes says Cedar Point. We went to Cedar Point last year was that last year? That was 2 years ago.
2
You
years
wasn't
ago,
it?
'cause I was pregnant for Luke. Yeah.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago, I guess.
Ooh,
We
that was
ended
a
up
hot
going there
trip.
with Greg and Cody.
Yeah, I think we're going there at some point this summer.
Okay.
So we should just coordinate and see if we could just.
Other people want to go?
Yeah.
Yeah. A big Cedar Point Lego
Woo,
takeover.
woo. Hey, I can make us all shirts.
Ooh. I like what Jenny's thinking here. Cruise Lego Fest.
Oh.
I would love a
Yes.
Lego cruise. There's actually there is a group of people that get together and they do a cruise. I want to say they were doing it annually. I don't remember the name of the person who put it on. I met him at Brick World Chicago, and it's just a group of people that all coordinate together. They go on a big cruise. They have a bunch of Lego related events actually, where
It'll
they
be
get some
so
conference rooms.
fun. done.
Yeah, it's some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I'm so done with just being stuck.
Hey, Grammy.
Grammy!
Hello, Nerd Brick 101.
You know,
So Grammy, the kids are coming to your house and we're going to
We're going on a
Ireland.
Lego cruise. Oh, Ireland, Wales.
I mean, I don't need to go all the way there. We can just go to, since it's on your bucket list anyways.
I would love to go to Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that's got to be closer than
we've
the
actually
United
gotta-
States. For them, right? For him.
Well,
You could just meet us in
yeah.
Ireland. And
Can
not
you almost throw a rock at Ireland, Craggle?
a stone.
I mean, maybe. I tell you what. Once we went for a weekend break when I was a child. We went to West Wales, right on the coast, and we had this old portable telly in our caravan, which is, I guess, like an RV, and we actually picked up the Irish TV on it, and watching, of all things,
Oh,
Crocodile
that's
Dundee.
funny.
Nice. Hey, Shy.
Hey, Shy.
Shy! He's got
Papa
the most
Bear's here,
beautiful
too.
legs in the Lego YouTube community. Some
You
say the
man.
world.
Yeah, if Shy or if anyone there in the Patreon or the friend chat there wants to join, there is a link to the StreamYard. You're welcome to join us. What time does game night start is what Brick Attack's asking.
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Banned from that. Although we are due for a game night of some kind.
Yeah, we need to do something together.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it should be soon. It's just that hard thing of like,
Pay attention to chat.
she's, hold on, let me see what's going on over here. Are you having sticker syndrome?
No. Don't.
You're peeling it up? Oh!
Oh,
It's fixed. It's fine.
Oh
See?
my gosh.
I mean, fully fixed.
oh, the humanity.
I know. Tell him to pull the underwear out of his.
Wedgie. Yeah, no problems, Papa Bear. No worries. I appreciate you joining while you're driving, although I hope you're being safe. And Hun, Brick Attack Greg says he has some shirt ideas.
Ooh. You know what's funny is I actually have a shirt idea downstairs ready. But I'm like, do they really want another shirt? Like just some rando.
We live and breathe shirts and Lego over here. All shirts and Lego all the time. But she's been doing really good. She's actually been getting a lot of orders in. Her business has been picking up. She's going to be like the magnet queen soon from the looks of it. You're not going to starve. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Apparently, Dr. Now. Dr. Now?
Who knows Dr. Now in the chat? Who
Anyone know
knows
Dr. Now?
From my 600-pound life.
Not at all.
No.
Well, that's because you don't need to know Dr. Now. You're still young.
Ooh. Shy says he's enjoying some Buffalo Wild Wings,
The Buffalo Wild Wings is good.
which
Oh.
sounds amazing right now.
I'm on the end of day 4 of an egg fast.
Yeah,
so,
the egg fast. That's
Dang
Sorry,
it.
what kind of wings are you getting?
I will be getting my bags this week.
what's that, Jim?
So what kind of wings is he getting? You got-
Oh.
this is-
Barbecue.
Yeah,
Barbecue wings are the best.
Any wings are good wings.
Any
or you
wings
can-
would be good wings. That's true.
Although I still probably wouldn't eat too close to the bone of the
Yeah, you probably
bone
wouldn't.
wings right now.
Yeah, she's
boy,
she's very wasteful with
Just
them.
eat the bones, Jim Boy, and swallow them.
Yeah, let's not go there.
For the record, I didn't say a thing.
Yeah, good call. Good call. Whoa.
I don't need anyone else angry at me. But I do believe I have done something wrong. Wrong.
Dun. What'd you do? What you done, goof?
This isn't even. So, if you could dissect that for me, that'd be great.
Okay, what we got here? We got. Okay,
Sorry.
you're missing a brick. All right, here. I'm guessing it's like a 1x6.
My first day. This is why it takes me way longer to do Lego
All right. Oh,
than
no,
Dave.
it's not a 1x6. It's this step here you missed.
Oh, a whole step? Good lord.
Yeah, but it's only 3 pieces. Yeah, and then those will
I'm
go
so
right back
tired.
on top of it. Yeah, that's fair. We have been staying up so. Oh, Shy, you ruined it with boneless wings.
Oh. Yeah.
Boneless wings are good.
Hit me right here.
How would you have a boneless wing?
It-
It's just a chicken nugget.
it's a chicken nugget.
was
That's not even the question I asked. I mean, what flavor? Like, what sauce are you having? Like, what?
I mean, there's no meat on a chicken wing anyway. It's just skin and bone. So basically, what he's got there is barbecue skin.
That's why
boy.
I go with the boneless wing. It's just breaded chicken and some sauce. What step am I on?
You're right here.
Yeah, I'm more of a breast guy.
We
You're
know.
a what?
I'm more of a breast guy.
Yeah, I feel like I'm being set up here.
Don't worry, Crackle. I know you are, buddy boy. You don't have to admit.
So Chris says my wife is doing a hard-boiled egg fast for the last 2 weeks.
Oh no!
Like that sounds even worse. Like
Yeah.
she's actually been able to have a variety of different types.
I didn't realize there were so many ways to make eggs. And so, I mean, we love breakfast food anyway.
We do.
But honestly, like how many eggs? I think today I ate 10 eggs.
10?
10 eggs.
Wow, that's a lot of eggs.
But that's basically the only thing I've had today.
Man, it's gonna be a
If
rough
I
night.
don't, but it's day 4. You would have thought that by now you would have.
I don't know. We don't sleep much in there, so
We don't sleep. I sleep.
that's true.
I swear Monday. I just swear Monday. That's it. Monday better be my friend.
Oh, yeah, the scale.
Apparently, Jim Blade, someone in the chat wants to know if you have a girlfriend. Maybe they're thinking about asking you out.
Oh,
No, not
Oh,
interested.
buddy.
Greg says all wings are good wings. I mostly agree.
I
If
don't.
you go ones that go crazy hot, then I don't necessarily care for them.
well, and we have this place that makes really,
Oh my gosh.
really, really good wings by us.
Yeah.
And they have this ghost pepper, right? Yeah. And it depends on who makes the mixture that day.
Yeah, so the restaurant's called Oxford Tap, and they have really, really good
Let me
wings,
drink some water.
and they've got
My stomach's going.
they make their own sauce called Tap Style, and the Tap Style is really good, but it isn't necessarily spicy. So then they came out with one called Ghost Pepper, which is basically the Tap Style sauce, except they add some ghost pepper to it. The trouble is depending on who makes that sauce, sometimes they add more or less ghost pepper. So sometimes you get it and it's like the best sauce I've ever had.
But I think it's a dry, isn't it? Is it not dry? I think
well,
it's dry.
Yeah, I mean it's more of a dry rub. Like it's not a dry rub. I don't know what it
I don't
is.
know.
It's not like a liquidy, like a drippy sauce
Yeah,
or
it's not a
anything.
drippy sauce.
I just call it. It's whatever the seasoning is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I imagine it's kind of like a sauce vat or something like that they dip the wing in and then fry it. But they don't. They like oven cook them or something because it's not like a deep fried wing.
Yeah, I don't know the science behind all of it.
Yeah,
They're
anyway,
delicious.
It can be either insanely hot or like after 1 or 2, you're just like starting to sweat and stuff, or they can be super delicious.
Jenny, if you have a way to make some awesome wings, I actually have all those wings in the
I mean,
freezer.
wings by themselves. I mean, they're just.
Yeah, but the
Chicken
last time
stuff.
I made wings, they
They used to be really good in the air fryer.
in the air fryer, yeah, and then it like broke.
Yeah.
But I made wings in the oven, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and they were like they turned into
pretty
jerky.
good. Yeah, I mean, they were a little.
Oh, they're nasty.
So Cody asked, "Do you eat the yolks too?"
I do.
She does. So cholesterol through the roof.
Yeah.
Chris says it's working. She then eats a normal, healthy dinner. Oh, okay. So she has like eggs for breakfast, lunch is fasting, and then dinner, normal, healthy. Has 3 for breakfast and lunch. I got you. Cool. Papa Bear said a cool pub in Okinawa made peanut butter jelly wings.
Ooh.
Man, I want to go to Japan for that.
Yeah, Japan would be cool.
I wanna
Yeah.
eat
Japan's on my
food.
bucket list. We got-
Yeah, so Cody, the source, I'll text you the source that I'm doing, but they don't recommend more than, I want to say it was like 6 days of the fast because it's just so, but it's something with the chemicals that are in the eggs and then you combine it with the cheese. And I forget, I read all of it and now I can't remember it, but it's really interesting. And I mean, it could all be hogwash, I'm not sure.
Could-
But yeah, so not to do it more than, I want to say it was 6 days, probably because of that reason. And obviously there's no greens in it right now. And there's just, obviously you're just trying to jumpstart the scale. That's what I need. I just need to see some movement. So at this point, I'll lop off a leg, saddlebag.
The human body is really stupid though, because what I've read on there is that you kind of have to train your body to use up the fat, because as soon as you start having a calorie deficit, the first thing it does is start to eat your muscle mass.
Right.
So it's like,
yeah, that's exactly what we want, is like all, jiggly, like barely functioning
I want to be
amoebas,
100 pounds of just like
jiggle.
Jello.
Yeah. As long as I can fit into an airplane seat, you can just mold and shape.
Yikes.
That's
what I want to know is, I'm going to Universal Studios, and all the rides there didn't have any issues, but the Hulk one, I remember the seat on that felt so tight, and I looked around in the queue, and I was probably, besides my missus, the skinniest person there. Not bashing Americans.
And it was tight on you?
But I just wondered, like, how on earth did they all get in that coaster?
Listen, you learn, man. It's
some of those coasters are so
squeeze.
small, like those seats. Like they're
I
horrible.
missed that. What was that last part?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of those coaster seats are so small.
They're so small.
Yeah, I mean, they are. You just kind of grin and bear it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it was only on the Incredible Hulk one. All the rest were fine, but that one, I remember thinking, flipping hell, I'm going to need a new hip after this. It was like so narrow. And as I like squeezing, I'm thinking, have I put on that much weight? And bear in mind, I've put on more weight since then. But I looked at like those in the queue, and I was just like, how are they doing this? Like, it must be putting like, it's how a sausage is made. When you put the meat in the skin or something.
Yeah.
That was kind of like getting into this inflatable costume that we have, that I bought for this party we're doing, and Dave like had to tuck me. Yeah, it was. I was almost in tears. It hurt so bad. I'm like, I can't wear this to my party. It's horrible.
We're gonna make it work.
No, we're not. I'll put makeup on and just call it a day.
Oh, there you go. Christopher Mitz confirms the whole coaster is awesome. The seats are small. Can confirm. Glad it's not just me then.
I haven't been to Universal in a long time.
I don't think we've ever been to Universal.
I think it was so Universal in Florida. I believe I went in 2002. So about 19 years ago, I think was the last time I went to Universal Studios.
Oh, that's
24. You went there when you were like
24.
Just kidding.
How old
How
you
the
think I am?
hell was 2002 19 years ago? That's disgusting. I don't like
Right,
it.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, that was only 2 years after I graduated.
It's like when people say like 30 years ago was the 90s. When someone says 30 years ago, I still think of the 70s.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy to think
Yeah.
about, right? Yeah.
That's not right either.
It's weird. It's like time stops around the time you graduate, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly it doesn't stop, but
In your head, it kind of
in your head, you're like, oh, well, it still feels like it's about that time. Like, I don't feel like I'm as old as I am.
I feel old.
Well, don't get me wrong. I get very exhausted, but I don't feel old. Like, I feel young at heart. Like, I feel like
Aw, you feel young
I
at
do. I
heart.
feel young at heart. I feel like I love playing with toys and building Lego and doing fun stuff with my family. I don't feel like, I don't know, in my
But
head
40's
doing
not
whatever
old.
old people do. I don't know.
40's not really that old, though. I
Yeah, I
mean,
guess that's
honestly, it's not.
Yeah, it's New
Not
York. man.
70 or 80.
Cody's apparently trying to give Roxy the best years of their lives by giving them all of her egg yolks.
Oh.
The yolk is the best part.
I agree.
I don't like eggs at all. Can't comment.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Scott gives our dog.
Grammy says I take after my mom. I agree, Grammy. I think Grammy's young at heart.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She also stays out of the sun. I think that helps her.
I keep trying, but somebody I know keeps dragging me into it.
And my boys love being outside, which is so funny. Luke is always like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Chris turned 40 in October and doesn't feel it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what 40 feels like, but I feel old. I'm 40. I just turned 40.
Yeah, I was gonna say she just turned 40. I'm pretty sure she knows what it feels like.
See? But I don't know what it's supposed to feel like.
Oh yeah, this is one of the shirts that Lori made here recently.
Yeah, but I just know that like I'm tired, but we're also doing homeschooling, and we have a 1.5-year-old.
Yeah.
Who's crazy.
Yeah, very crazy.
And so I'm just tired. So I don't know if that's because I'm 40. I know I can't hang like I used to.
Yeah, that's fair.
Definitely cannot.
I would like to point out, just because I noticed, I'm like, we've actually been streaming a little while. I'm looking, going, we are this far into
You know what?
the build. There's a couple of pieces over here. She was concerned at how fast this bag was going to go that she had me get her a second set that she could build after she was done with it.
What is that? I haven't seen that.
This is the new Easter bunny.
Ah, that's cute.
Cute.
See, I should be building that.
Right.
I'm trying my best. Okay, I told you I'm tired. We're
I reckon
chatting.
Dimble's gonna get fat because he's got a picture of bread, and bread makes you fat.
I like my bread. Bread is love. Bread is life.
Bread is amazing, although we've actually been eating a keto bread recently, and it's actually pretty good. We still try and limit it. I try not to have any more than like 2 pieces a day. When we have like a breakfast meal or whatever it is, I have 2 slices of toast.
I just feel personally attacked by the gods of nutrition because it seems like they just took a list of all my favorite foods and said these are going to be bad for you.
Hey,
Hey, Chai!
My phone's about to die, so I don't know how long I'm gonna stay here. I just wanted to say cheers to your.
Oh,
Yeah. What do you got there? Is that
what are you
a?
drinking? Where are
There's no food
you?
yet. There's no food yet.
No, I know.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
the
that's fair.
cute
What-
baby.
Look at him flexing because he can actually go places.
Yeah, right.
What's
It's
the
LA
drink?
too. Like of all places, LA's open.
Oh, nice.
Hey, we can go to California. Let's do
All right,
that.
so I can't hear you. The music's loud, so I gotta
Oh,
turn on the camera.
that's okay, man. That's okay.
They're
That's
not
right,
hearing
man.
I have
That
the
was
phone
nice
against my
to
ears.
see.
Yeah, we were just curious what you were having to drink. I wanted to live vicariously through you.
Oh, okay. I am drinking a Blue Moon,
A blue moon. Okay, that's
Blue
what.
moon.
and then she's
Okay.
drinking. What are you drinking? A Big Wave. It's a lager. Oh no, it's a
Oh,
Golden
okay.
Ale. Sorry, it's a Golden Ale.
Okay, that
Yeah.
sounds delicious.
So
I've had
we'll
only
drink
had
for
one
you.
drink since the new year.
Wow, good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
but
haven't
it's
drunk
okay.
it before then. I think I haven't drunk in about 2 years now.
2 years. Wow, that's
Good
awesome.
for you guys.
Good.
Yeah.
I had a couple drinks for my birthday, and I had 5 drinks.
Yeah,
that was
what's
it.
the-
Maybe just under 2 years, I think. I'm trying to remember the last time I actually had an alcoholic drink because it's about just under 2 years.
Oh wow.
You know, Gin Boy had a while at Brick District.
Is it because
What?
are you sober or are you just like not drinking?
I'm just not that into it now. Like, a part of it is also lockdown. Like, if I do drink, it's like a social thing. Like, if I meet up with a buddy, like we normally have like a beer and a burger together.
Okay.
I haven't seen anyone in 12 months, so that
Oh, yeah,
helps.
that's fair.
That's a
And
good
before
call.
that, I don't know. I just didn't fancy it, so I was just drinking soft drinks.
Are there like liquor stores in your area where you can buy alcohol?
Yeah, I mean, you can buy alcohol from a supermarket. So
Okay, so I just want to know if you guys don't consider Lego as essential, so are liquor stores essential places?
yeah, I know, right? The alcohol aisle, I think, is not blocked off in the supermarket. It wasn't last time, but all the toys were. Even the educational toys were blocked off.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, like, that's still going on right now, Craig?
Yeah, it started just before Christmas, the second lockdown, like proper, like complete lockdown, and it's still going on in Wales. The thing is, all like the news articles referring to like the plan to be completely open by June 21st, but that's just England. Wales is on their own time scale, and they haven't really like given any definitive dates, so it's just all up in the air.
How about your vaccination schedules for you guys? You guys plan on being
Uh,
everybody vaccinated
they're
by
like-
like August or July or June, even sooner?
My parents have had their first vaccinations, but the second, because you have 2, aren't you? The second one,
yeah.
my mum one, she had an appointment for that one. My dad's still waiting, so I don't know what's going on with that. And
Yeah.
I haven't done anything.
our parents are good. My wife, Venus and I, we're getting our second injection on Wednesday, and then we should be good. Even though we've already had COVID.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you can still get it again. There's been confirmed cases now of reinfection. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys have the mutated version, so.
Oh, do you know what? I swear the UK right now is like a smorgasbord of different COVID variants. We've got everything you could want. We've got the Brazilian, we've got the Jamaican, we've got South African, we've got, I don't know, like the Martian version of it.
That's what you guys get for colonizing the world.
Yep.
Like, you know, if you want to go with variants, the UK is your place to be.
That's what you guys get.
Yeah, I find it so crazy that you guys have been locked down that much. Like the lockdown and restriction on the goods and services stuff is what blows my mind that that's still going on.
Yeah, like how's your economy like right now?
Pass. I don't know. Probably not great. I know a lot of companies have gone out of business.
Oh no.
A lot of small stuff is struggling. The thing is, it sounds good in theory that they stop supermarkets from selling non-essentials because they've closed non-essential shops. They don't think it's fair that supermarkets should be able to sell that stuff that other stores who exclusively sell that can't. But the thing is, people are going to buy that stuff anyway, so all it's doing is just driving online sales to companies like Amazon, and Amazon hasn't paid a single penny of like half the tax they're meant to since they came to the UK. So,
wow.
Yeah. Apparently stuff like Uber Eats and takeaway things, delivery ones have gone up, but yeah, pretty much the rest of the economy is probably in the shitter.
Makes me sad.
Yeah,
it's weird because like last lockdown we were allowed to have like stuff like the drive-in cinema. We never had one in Cardiff before, but they opened one up, and this time they've stopped that. Like you can't even go to the drive-in cinema when you can't watch a movie.
Why can't you go to the drive? Like, I'm sorry, your car's got to be 6 feet apart, please.
Well, honestly, like you're not even supposed to go out of your house for non-essential travel. Like I was saying the other day, like all I wanted to do is just drive to the beach and sit in my car and just look at the sea, just to cheer myself up.
As much as I think it sucks, I truly believe that there's some science somewhere. There's some rationale for it that makes sense. It's not, in my opinion,
like not even getting in your car and going somewhere.
Well, I mean, I don't know how it is there, but like, when this has been in other places, it's because it's a more populated, more dense area. So there's a lot of apartment, but like Italy, think about Italy.
Yeah,
it's completely different than it is here, where we have almost 3 acres of land, where there you have a balcony, like it's a completely different situation. So as much as it sucks, and I don't know the science behind it for your particular area, I hope and I believe that there's someone with some rationale behind it. I just think it would be nice if they shared some of that here or there, because then it makes it easier to digest and to like swallow some of the things that they want to enforce,
Yeah. So, I mean, I think part of like the reason why you can't sort of just drive your car to the beach and stay in the car and look at the sea is because like they're trying to stop people like from leaving different areas to go into like different counties.
Yeah.
And if you get pulled over and they ask you where you're going, it's very hard to disprove someone saying, "Oh, I'm just going to go to the sea but stay in my car." Do you know what I mean? Or get out and exercise within like 5 miles or something. So basically,
you might actually follow those rules. There are a million people that won't.
Exactly.
That are, just going to do whatever they're going to do. Yeah. Put everyone else in harm.
I mean, it's been 12 months and I still see people taking their masks off to have conversations in the supermarket. Like, we have like a one-way system in our supermarkets, our stores, our Asda, which is like Walmart.
How many people follow those?
Huh?
How many people follow those one-way?
Do you know what's really infuriating is that there are so many people who literally do the opposite. So they go down where it says no entry and then come up the other aisle. So they're literally doing it in reverse. And it's like, why?
It's fun. Me and my wife got into a thing about it because in one of the Walmarts near us, we go down like the center aisle or whatever, and then there's like a clearance section, and the clearance section is technically the other way, but it's like right there, and I'm like, there is nobody in this aisle. I'm like, I'm just gonna go in here. And she goes down the makeup aisle, the next one over, gets all the way to the end, comes back.
And here's the thing. We have a 6.5-year-old
But
and a
there's
1.5-year-old,
nobody there.
but they still see the signs.
Yeah.
Scott still sees the arrow, and he knows you're not supposed to do it. So you're teaching him that it's okay to break the rules because nobody's watching you.
Listen, I make my own rules.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That is so responsible, Laurie. I wish a lot of people thought that way. Not that I'm particularly judging Dave, but
No,
but I agree.
get it.
if people thought that way, it would be so much better because there's so many people like you see around and like, oh, the rules don't apply to me, or it's
Yeah.
people. I mean, it's 12 months and people still wear their masks under their noses for crying out loud.
Yeah.
It's like,
I know.
are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter how many studies they do and how many times they say like, oh, these different masks are, you can still breathe in exercise and all these things, whatever. Like they're still going to say this, that they can't breathe or my oxygen levels or this or that. And even if it doesn't even apply to them, but it's just another, in general, obviously there are exceptions because I know how COPD and all that stuff works, but there are more people that will do it just because they're asked to do it. And in general, I'll tell you, I'm kind of the same way. You tell me I can't do something. He says, oh, no more spending money. What am I going to do? I'm going to go buy more stuff.
Good Lord.
But not when it comes in general to safety of other people.
Yeah.
But there in general are so many people that just do it because they're told not to.
Mm-hmm. And I get
and they're sticking it to the man and whatever. But
and that's silly. And that's not what I do hear what you're saying about the concept of, Scott watching and all that kind of stuff.
He's always watching. He's always listening to
And it's hard though, because it's one of those like right, I rationalize it, and it's like, well, I 100% agree. Like, look, if aisles are busy and different, there's a bunch of people or something, then okay, yeah, going down the other direction, sure, like that makes sense.
Cut myself on a Lego.
Cut yourself on a Lego. Good Lord, woman.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, we went to the supermarket the last time I went with Mrs. Crackle because they do say if you can shop alone. Although I've seen like families of 8 go in there, and
why do you want to take your 7 kids in there?
God knows. And the thing is, there was 2 adults and there was like 6 kids. It's like, well, one of the adults could have stayed home.
Or in the car even. Like, okay, you have to leave together. Sure, fine. Stay in the car with the 6 kids or whatever it is.
Ooh.
Yeah. But we went to do like our weekly shop, and we went like literally half an hour before the store closed, thinking it'd be pretty empty, and it was. But there was another couple, and they literally came in the supermarket at the same time as us, and they went in reverse order down every aisle. So every aisle that had the big red circle with the white line through it in big red text said no entry, they went down. The ones where it said entry, they came out of. It was like, are you serious? And then we got to the freezers then, and we were stood by the freezers, and the freezers have like these doors on them, the glass ones that you open when you want to take something out.
Yeah.
We're by there, and we're picking up our stuff, and they come up right next to us, while our trolleys actually touch and start huffing through their masks until we get out the way. Honestly, I have never wanted to punch someone so hard in the back of the head before. I really did. I would have. I swear. In that moment, I would have loved to set their skull from their spine with my knuckles. Honestly.
Yeah, and there's no politically correct way in the grocery store to say like, do you see the arrows that go all the way down the lane? There are some stores that just took them out because numbers are getting better, but also people weren't abiding by it and they were just complaining. Yeah. But you're the only one, I'm the only one going the right direction. There's a line of 6 different people, and I'm like, I just want to be like, seriously? Like, none of you can follow directions? And just in principle, that's something we're struggling a lot with Scott. He cannot, I don't want to say he cannot follow directions. He has a really hard time following a single direction now. Maybe it's the age, maybe it's boy, I don't know. But I'm thinking like, all these people have trouble following one single direction. We're the only ones, so it looks like we're the ones going the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because we're 1 against 6.
Right.
Like, there's the arrow. You have to be strong in yourself and know that like you're doing the right thing. It doesn't matter what other people want to say is right. Crazy.
It's that line, isn't it, from the well, it's in the comic as well, but it's in the Captain America Civil War. Like, I can't remember the exact line, but it's like, even if the whole world is telling you that you're wrong, if you know you're right, then you have to stand up and say no.
That's so hard.
I know it's kind of like a bit of a dramatic, but it does kind of feel like that way. Like, like we've been in a situation where we've been going down an aisle the right way, and apart from maybe one other person, everyone else is going the wrong way. Or we've been in the aisle and we're the only one keeping the distance and having the masks over our nose. Everyone else is like right up each other's buttholes with their masks down around their chin, And it's like,
and I guess
how are we in the minority here? What's going on?
Yeah, I think the ones that really bother me, like, okay, whatever. You got some people that just blatantly come in without their masks and whatever the case is, and they're just that's the person that they are. And I'm like, all right, like, there's only so much the store employees are really going to do, even though they can tell them, look, you're not supposed to be in here without a mask. Sometimes people are just whatever about it. But the ones that come in with a mask, and then once they've made it past the greeter at the door, then they take them off to walk around the store. It's like, look, now you just know that, like, you did what you needed to, and now you're just like, oh, now I'm not going to pay attention. Like, now no one can see me, so I'm going to do what I want.
Jill, the first time I saw this, like what I'm about to tell you, I thought it was an anomaly, but I've seen it pretty much every time I've gone to the shops. And it's basically 2 people who probably haven't seen each other for a while, and they stop their trolleys in the middle of the aisle. Generally, one person's going the wrong way, so they, because you're not supposed to go 2 different ways. They block off the whole aisle with the trolleys, and as they talk, they pull their masks down to their chin, so they can speak to each other, and you can literally sometimes see the specks of saliva like shooting out their mouths.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then after they finish talking, they put the masks back up, and it's like, what is the point? You might as well just leave it down now,
Yeah.
And go make out after because you're just swapping everything in the.
Yeah, you might as well basically just lie on the ground and have the guy dribble into your mouth.
I can't do it.
I will say though that in regards to knowing if you're doing the right thing and whatever, that it's a good, again, these kids, they make you better people, but also they're infuriating. That you have to be able to tell them, like, we have different rules. We follow these rules. If other people don't, you have to know what's right and what's wrong. Just like you don't jump on our couch. Even if someone allows you to jump on theirs, that's not how you treat their belongings. Or if we're allowed to run in our house, some houses you can't run in, and that's just the way life is. Like, it doesn't mean that just because you are allowed to do something in our rules. Does that make sense? The analogy that I'm trying to say, that like
the big one is like we don't allow roughhousing on our furniture. Like, we don't jump on our furniture here, and so when other kids come over where they don't have those rules, they have to respect and abide by those rules in our house. Likewise, when we go over to someone else's house, even if their kids are doing that on their furniture, Scott in general knows that he's not allowed to, because those are also still not our rules. We don't treat other people's stuff that way because we wouldn't treat our own stuff that way.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like, to oversimplify it, it's the whole thing. If your friend jumped off a mountain, would you do the same thing?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. If your friend would go in the grocery aisle up the wrong way, and then sometimes Scott is just like, you can see him. He's just like waiting for me to go down the wrong aisle. Like, I'm gonna say something. You just wait. Like, we're going to point, like, dude, I know that there's an arrow there. I'm not going, or the circle with the line, the do not enter. Like, he's just waiting to correct me.
Kids always pick up on stuff like that. I remember once we were staying with.
It's hard too, because you're always accountable, and or even just like making sure you exercise, making sure you eat healthy, and you do wash your hands. And
adulting is hard.
I remember once staying with my aunt and uncle, and like we went shopping with my aunt to help her with the bags, and we were only like, I don't know, 9, 10. And in the car park in this supermarket, because in London, you had to pay to park a car there. And she used to park it in the far corner under this broken light, probably so that no one would go and check that she had paid for car parking. And as a kid who, like a sponge, you suck, but I saw the sign and saw that she didn't go to the machine and pay for it. And I said, "Oh, you haven't paid for the car park," really loudly, and everyone was just looking at her. So she had to go and pay for it.
Oh boy!
Wow.
And she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat your ass, man."
But that's what kids are like, though. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, there is no like, oh wait a minute, that's a little weird. Oh, let me go and talk about it in private. It's any conversation is a public conversation, and they call it and say it like it is.
There have been some things like FAT we don't say, and we talk about this. When he was younger, though, he'd be like, "Look, Mom, that person's way bigger than you are." And I'm like, "Oh shit, don't say stuff like that out loud," And so we had to explain it, but thankfully he's smart enough to understand it.
Yeah, and it's more about he's still going to think everything he thinks, and it is what it is, and those are real things, but it's one of those things that, hey, look, you also have to be conscious of other people's feelings,
right,
and think about that, and he's getting really good about it.
Yeah, he does really, really good, but it was one of those things where it's like, I don't like to bring up topics and make them a big deal if they're not a big deal. So when something comes up, it's like, do you make a big deal of it or do you not make a big deal of it? And
yeah, we did that for a long time with some swear words.
Yeah,
like there were some words that like we just never really said around them here, and then we'd be watching a movie or something, and all of a sudden you would hear the S word or something like that, and then Lori and I would just kind of like glance at each other out of the corner of our eyes, and then you just kind of ignore it and keep going.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, if you make a big deal out of it, like, oh no, oh maybe we should turn this off. Now you've just let them know that has some kind of power. And so it was one of those like, all right, we're just going to kind of ignore it. And most of the time it was a non-issue. And it wasn't until recently when he really started.
That's because since quarantine, I
wasn't going to throw you under the bus.
Oh no, I throw myself under the bus. I have started. I did not swear in front of Scott for 6 years. This year, it hit. Yeah, I can't even hold it anymore. And there's sometimes when we're doing schoolwork that I'm like, just do your shit. Like, why can't you? He just sits there and stares at me like, uh-oh, I know I've crossed the line now. And one day I was driving around doing some porch pickups. I don't know if you guys have them where you guys are, but where you buy something on Facebook and then you can go, what?
I was going to say, they're not supposed to be in the car traveling other places.
Oh, yeah,
right?
that's
so
true.
Probably.
So, but it's kind of like a garage sale where you can just buy something and pick it up at their porch. Well, my phone was dying. I didn't know where I was lost. Anyway, all this stuff. And I then in the middle of it, our van got stuck in like this much snow. It was horrible. I was bawling. Scott says, "Can I have a donut?" And I was like, "Does it look like I can give you a donut?" Blitzed out. Yeah, I was bawling. What was the point of that?
You started lighting up the swear words in the car, I think.
He came home, didn't even say hi to Dave. He said, "Mom said a lot of bad words in the car." And I was like,
he read it right out.
First thing he says when we walked in, and I was like,
Mom said a lot of bad words in the car.
Well, I'm sure she was really like just totally like covered for me. But oh my gosh, he knows the difference now.
I don't know if he's still here, but do you remember when I think it was on one of Greg's World's videos? They had the toy helicopter and it got caught in the tree and they couldn't get it down. I just remember Clark saying to Greg, "I think I have to tell Mum about this." I was just like, "What a little grass!"
Yeah, I haven't seen that video, but I can see it. I can believe it.
Yeah.
What you looking for, hon?
It's funny though you say about that though, because I think about the films my dad let me watch. I used to watch RoboCop, Total Recall, Commando,
Right?
Scarface, Die Hard. Also,
Bill, what age did you do it at? That's the part that we like, because we sat down and it's one of those like, okay, PG-13, and I'm like, yeah, they want you to be 13. I'm like, there was no way we waited till we were 13. But then it's time to go like, well, how old was I when I watched it? Was I 8? Was I 9? Was
I
I,
was,
six? Like,
I was very young. I was about 5.
okay.
Like, not so much.
Yeah, that's
But
pretty
the
young.
thing was, I always knew never to repeat the language,
Mhm.
and I was always made, to understand that this is fiction, so I shouldn't be like trying to go out and like copy stuff or something like that,
Yeah, I think with Scott, now that he's been exposed
He's been
to more
exposed.
of it and knows it's wrong and knows not to say that stuff. I think there's probably a couple more movies that honestly we could watch now.
Yeah.
Stuff that I know there was one, and it was a movie I didn't even think was all that bad or anything. Do you remember what it was?
Goonies.
It might have been
We
Goonies.
started watching.
There was like they said the S word like right in the
And we
first
were
5 minutes, and we're like, okay.
Maybe we'll watch this another time.
Yeah, it was like, all right, well, I guess maybe this movie isn't as.
It was the one.
They used to a lot though. Like in the old 80s, like kids and teen movies, they used to like swear quite a lot. I mean, in Adventures in Babysitting, I think they dropped the F-bomb a couple of times. There's also like what the kid who's like 13, 14 gets like propositioned by like a drunk girl as well. Like says, "Do you want to go to bed with me?"
Yeah, thankfully we have not had to have any of those conversations. I'm not looking forward to that. Although we did, what was it, like probably a year ago, realized that I couldn't even get dressed in front of Scott anymore.
Oh, yeah.
He was just like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah. It was
like, okay.
It's one of those like clearly you can tell like it's like wow, like that's not the way I look. Okay, now I'm gonna stare. And it's like, all right, well.
But then he's 6-year-old boy. He's like, I see boobs. I'm like, oh gosh, you make me feel like a pervert here. Oh my god. Yeah, it's awkward.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where if you bring it up too soon, then it becomes an issue. Or if you don't bring it up, then maybe they are more curious or something. I guess I don't know.
That was one thing I remember. When I was first young, that my dad used to fast forward. My mom used to say, "Oh, like it was fine to see violence, it was fine to like hear swear words, but if there was like a gratuitous sex scene, it fast forward it." Like I remember when I first saw Scarface, like the sort of sex scenes in there, it was okay to see nudity, like see women's boobs, that was fine. But like if there was actually sort of things going on, it would be a quick fast forward on the remote.
Cody says Clark is the same way, total creeper.
Yeah, it's really weird, and I actually, it's a little different probably with Luke, but I'll take a shower while Scott's on his Zoom for school, and then get dressed in front of Luke, and he will just it's.
Sorry, for a second, I thought you were saying that you were getting showered in the background whilst he was.
No. Yeah, come on.
What?
Hey, while Scott's on a Zoom, like you're like, oh, let's shower in the background.
Like you got him on the toilet, like on his Zoom call or something.
Always.
Yeah.
That's high school. We save that for high school. No, but they're weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's probably just like a difference thing because he knows his body. Like he'll say belly or not say, but he knows his, and it probably just looks different. Orangutan. Yeah. So Cody, you don't do that anymore either, right? Well, and I think in my mind, because I specifically asked the doctor when he was younger, and he's like, around like 8 or 9. So in my mind, I thought it was later.
What? You could. Okay, that seems awfully late.
Well, I think just the concept, like, around 8 or 9 or whatever, is the time when like
they
need to be more
notice
cautious about those kind of things because they're starting to develop or whatever.
Yeah, like you don't shower. I mean, not that we ever did, but you don't shower with them anymore, or like those kind of things. But that was.
I would have said like when they start going to school. I would have thought, but oh well, okay.
Yeah, I mean that's about not right because when he was in kindergarten it wasn't as big of a thing, but definitely by the time he was 6 is when it was.
Yeah.
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 That's when they start hanging out with girls more, so they got the notice and everything. I mean, I don't remember this, but my mum always tells me the story of when I was 4 years old. We went on a holiday, and on this beach, people were there and they were sunbathing. I was building a sandcastle in my own little world, and these 2 young girls came and they laid there. And they were there for a little bit. They were in bikinis, and then they decided to take their tops off. They obviously get a tan. and no one paid any attention to them. They just laid there with the tops off and everything. Until suddenly I looked up to show my mum my sandcastle, saw these two girls with their tops off, and suddenly started running towards them with my hands out, shouting, "Boobies!" My mum had to try and stop me from basically attacking these two young girls who started screaming because there's a 4-year-old running towards them.
Yeah.
My dad pretended that I wasn't his.
You started early. It's all right. I messed something up here too. There's a space there that shouldn't be there.
Oh yeah, that goes over one more, and then this one's the one
And
by
my
3.
finger is like really bleeding.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, it could be worse. I used to work with a woman who said that her daughter constantly kept walking in on her and her husband whilst they were having adult playtime.
While they were wrestling.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
that might be fine.
And the most embarrassing part was, though, is that she said, she came into work and she goes, "Oh, I could have died yesterday." And we're like, "Why?" And she goes, "Well, my daughter's teacher asked to see me." And I went and spoke to her and she said, "Oh, well, your daughter is, she's very chatty and she always tells her stories about what's happened at home on the weekend.
oh, nice.
And you just might want to teach her a little bit about privacy because she also likes to act out stuff." And after speaking to one of the other parents, whose child had told her what her daughter did, her daughter said basically that her mum and dad had been wrestling and then proceeded to act out the actions of what they were doing.
Oh no, that's
in front of the whole class.
Yeah, I'm so thankful stuff like that has not happened.
The worst thing was, she goes, we haven't had her walk in on us for like 6 months, so has she come in and we've not noticed and she's left or something?
Oh.
So Cody might have it a little worse here. She made a point to say that Clark specifically tries to peek through the door cracks, and it's like,
Wow.
dude.
Yeah, that's...
I mean,
Yeah.
I'd be lying if I
not saying
probably
that
wouldn't have the
first,
same
I mean.
thing if I was living with Cody, but you know.
Hey now.
Behave yourself, Craggle.
Yeah.
Miss Craggle, you still here? Take care of business.
Again, for the record, it was not me.
Yeah, they're just curious, right?
Yeah,
It's one
I
of
mean,
those.
I get it. But it's also, what? I'm right here.
Okay.
Oh, but I'm not because I haven't
Yeah,
done
I
any of
was-
this other stuff.
I'm like, I thought you were right here, and then all of a sudden, poof, you're over there doing something. Right here,
This
right
is
here.
the longest bag ever.
But don't worry, you're gonna build an Easter bunny afterwards.
You know what? No, because I don't have any more of those. I think I already did that part. See, that one's already there. Those, it's okay, those aren't there.
No.
And I don't, oh, here's one more.
Man,
I think I'm
am I
only.
really gonna have to check this whole Disney Castle piece by piece now? You're making me worried.
Just remember I'm like
No, you're
working
doing
on
good.
no carbohydrates.
You're doing good.
My brain can't function properly.
Right here, you need another.
L
This
thing?
piece over here you missed, yeah. Yep. A 2x2 corner plate. I think that's what they call it.
Oh, there we go. Got it. Thank you.
So Jim, but have you still been building the Lego?
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, you got did you get all the new Ninjago sets?
I just got the other two yesterday.
The other, what were the most recent 2 that just came out?
There's 4 of them came out, but I got 2 of them on March 1st, and I got the other 2 yesterday.
Okay.
Which one did you get yesterday?
14 stuff.
Why does Jim Blade sound like he's like at the end of a long tunnel?
Yeah, you just look
I
like.
have no idea.
Yeah, there you go. So so do you have all of the 2021 stuff that's been released thus far?
Still missing like 2 things.
Okay. Some of the little like spinner sets or something.
No, it's a poly bag and a junior set.
Nah.
Oh,
Dave probably has them.
nope, I don't. Ninjago is not one that makes my radar at release, at least.
Yeah, but the thing is, I feel like Dave has bought up pretty much like 90% of the Lego stock in the USA.
Yeah.
He might have.
Yeah.
Although Ninjago City Gardens is pretty freaking cool, Jim Boyd. I gotta get
That
that.
is pretty cool. Is that the big building one? Yeah, that one's real. I'm not a huge Ninjago person, but I think that is really cool.
I think I'll probably end up getting a lot of the more this wave of Ninjago because of the 20th anniversary golden figures. I think those are going to be super collectible, and so I'll end up going after some of those. But yeah, I was surprised. I just looked at recently. I'm like, okay, the Ninjago Gardens, and it just released, so it wasn't an immediate buy or anything for me because I know it's going to be around a little while. But I looked, and Ninjago City, the original one, I guess is going for like $1,000 now.
Yeah, I know.
It was like, holy smokes! I'm like, that's going to be really hard to crack the seals on my copy now. I'm like, $1,000 for that. I don't know what is Doc still available? Can you still buy that, or is that retired?
Nope, that's also retired.
Yeah, so that's going to be hard because that's got to be probably $1,500 worth of sets in just those two right now.
Yeah, I used to have my copy of the Gardens. The thing is, I never was that big a fan of the Dock, so I skipped that one. And now that I have City and Gardens, I want Docks.
Now you want it.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I'm going to end up getting Garden this year. It was just one of the, the price of the set at the time. I'd rather pick it up when there's a promo that's, even more expensive. Like if they have a 250 plus promo, like that's when I really want to execute on the sets that way.
Yeah.
Because the other ones, it's just, there were so many other things that I wanted that were close to retirement, which is where I try and focus most of my stuff, on the store side or the investment side or whatever you want to call that. Because I want to buy the sets that are getting ready to retire. That way I can, turn them around, a little bit faster. The ones that just released, they're going to be sitting on the shelves for a while. And if I buy them, like Gardens, what is it? $300, I think, $299.
Yeah.
So right, like if I bought that, I could, but then it would just be sitting on a shelf for, a long period of time.
Right. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm special.
So yeah, I don't know. I'll end up getting it. I just don't know exactly when. Ideally during a promo period that I can really make good use of it.
I have an idea. How about you get some promos that gets you the Amelia Earhart? Or that book with the tongue that hangs out.
Yeah, one of those.
I have wanted one of those. I asked for it. If only we could get one, but I think they're all sold out.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. They're probably pretty hard to get a hold of.
Yeah.
They're pretty limited.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what was it though that I asked for? It was those flowers.
Yeah, the botanical set?
No.
No.
The ones that didn't come out yet. There were some flowers. Oh, but did you get those today? The tulips?
Yeah, and so the tulips came back in stock. Those came in today.
Oh, and the bunny house you got today.
In the bunny house, I got a couple of those today.
We have to update our display cabinet for spring.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got our
end so soon, but I gotta go because my phone's almost dead and I want to go get something to eat. So.
What did you eat?
Oh yeah, what's for dinner?
Not dinner. It's more like a snack, but
Oh, I guess that's fair.
Okay, what's a snack?
I have no idea. That's what I gotta go find.
No.
We
try and live vicariously through everyone else since we're not eating. So.
Yeah. Shoot in the message and tell us what you're eating.
Yeah. Thanks, Jim Blade. Appreciate you stopping in.
Bye, Jim Blade.
See you, Jenny.
Bye.
Jenny, I'm gonna call you again.
Jenny from the block.
Man, I don't like the 4-person setup. I don't like the 3-person. The way it tops the screen. Let's see, is there another? Maybe there's a different layout.
But do other people
we
see
can
that?
do that. There we go. Just so people can see who else is here with us.
You should probably just finish this.
Nope, I didn't earn that one. I earned this bag over here that I'm pretty confident I am not building tonight.
I'm almost done.
Almost. I feel like that peace pile has not shrunk them.
I don't know why I'm having such a hard time. I think the
Well,
last
it's just
stream
good
we
conversation, right?
did, it was our private public stream.
did you guys hear about
that one?
Yeah, we did a live stream, and apparently when I clicked the live stream, I did it as scheduled, but I did it as scheduled for private, and so we did a live stream, and the whole time we're like,
Nobody.
I don't know, no one's showing up. I guess it's whatever. There's one person. It was us. And,
like, ooh, this is really exciting.
Yeah, so that was fun. So then afterwards, I looked or whatever, and it's like, oh my goodness, I see what happened. And so then we had to do a small little live stream, like for 5 minutes or something.
No, it was longer.
The second one?
Yeah.
Did we go that long? Anyway,
Yeah.
it was
like 40 minutes, I thought.
It was. I don't know. We had fun with it.
Yeah, it was super funny. At least.
I think it was funnier afterwards because it was less sad.
It was less sad.
Yeah.
It was very sad.
I mean, we streamed for like an hour or an hour and a half, just talking to ourselves, being like, all right, cool. Like, oh, I think maybe we got someone here. Oh, nope. Okay, well,
Yeah.
hey, if anyone stops in, make sure to say hi.
So then even today I was like, but did you message people? Like, are there going to be people? Because are you going to be public?
Yeah.
Make sure it's public.
Yeah.
It was quite sad.
Yeah.
But we did have some funny jokes about trimming his beard.
Yeah.
And that's why it looks so much nicer.
Yeah, it's getting long again now.
Yeah, I trimmed my beard recently. It feels lighter.
Well, it's not so. I told him if you want it longer, just go into a place. I know you can't, but go into a place and have them show you how to maintain it, because otherwise it just looks nasty.
I don't know. I think he's got a beautiful beard.
Oh, thank you.
Now,
I've been trying it. It's
Better.
actually really scruffy right now, but it is what it is. Andy, the lunar lander is one that I've been debating picking up because part of me feels like it's got to be getting close to retirement, and with it being a space set, I think it's going to do really well.
And
But
considering there's another space set coming this year, I think it's going to retire at the end of the year.
well, see, I almost think that maybe because they have another one coming, they're going to keep it around just a little longer. I mean, Lego's inventory right now has been. I feel like they've been stretching some sets out a little bit longer, specifically because like they've had shortages of a lot of things. And so I think it's the look, instead of trying to ramp up production on a brand new set, they can keep production going of one a little bit longer. Probably a little easier would be my guess. So I don't know. That's my guesses. That's my thoughts. Because there's been a lot of sets that have been hanging around a lot longer than I thought. Like I think ISS you can still even get from Lego.com.
Yeah, I like the little lander set. I don't like the minifigs that come with it.
you like the mini dolls.
I've been thinking of getting it and then getting some custom minifigures of Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin.
Oh, okay.
That'd be
I
cool.
don't know. It's one of those things where I'm so on the fence that you feel like, because of the price point, it's like, if I'm on the fence for it, is it really worth taking that gamble,
Yeah, my big thing with it, because it's one of the sets right now that I had kind of debated on, because it's like, well, when they had the Bunny House and Amelia Earhart out there, that one set would have qualified for both, and so it's like, well, that's a pretty good deal. But at the same time, I'm like, it's available at Target and some other places, and so I feel like it is a set that you'll see for 20% or so off, closer to retirement.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's hard. The Flintstone set, I think that one finally retired. I was pretty excited. I got a lot of those.
I it's not like I haven't got a backlog of sets to build anyway. I still have the Batwing. I got that. I ordered it day one.
The 1989 one, the UCS version.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got that. I've got Ninjago City Gardens.
You're funny.
I've built Welcome to Apocalypseburg now, but I've got a bunch of sets. I haven't got any space to put them either at the moment, so I've still got some of the Pirates of the Caribbean stuff. Like, my aim was to get all that theme built last year.
Okay.
that didn't happen.
Could you rearrange your basement so that it just has shelving units in it? Because
I don't
that
have a basement.
you could build one. I'm sure.
Just hollow out the foundations of my house.
Do they have pods in where you live?
Storage pods.
Storage
A portable on-demand system.
Yeah, so they have you've seen shipping containers before, right? The large, like 40-foot metal.
Oh
shipping
yeah, yeah.
containers. So they have shorter versions of that they refer to as pods here in the United States. That you can have a company basically stick it on the back of a flatbed trailer, and they come out and they got like a little crane that picks it up and they set it down in your yard so that you can. Typically, they're used when you're moving. So that what you can do is you can just store all your stuff in there, put it in there, and then when it comes time to move, a truck just comes out, picks it up, sticks it on the back of the truck, and then you drive it to wherever you're going, and then you can unload it. So
Dave's gonna get one and put a cot in there.
a cot. No, I was considering saying, hey, look, for some of this stuff to let it age and
Like a time capsule.
like a time
A
capsule.
Lego.
Get a large pod, stick it in the yard, seal it up really good so that it is really sealed away from all the elements and critters and things like that might be outside, and then just take a lot of the sets that I have and store them in there and just keep it locked as shelving kind of going down both sides of it with a little walkway in the center. And I'm like, you could get a lot of stuff stored in one of those, and then it would free up all that space in the basement.
Mm.
It was.
Yeah, I think I just need a bigger house.
Yeah, bigger houses are a lot more expensive than one of those storage containers is.
But I don't know where I would put the storage container. I mean, I have full again of sheds, but the thing is, like, the thing with putting Lego in a shed is that it's not going to give it a massive amount of protection. Like, sure, it would keep the rain and the wind off, but in terms of like temperature fluctuations, it's
the cold isn't so bad. That was my biggest concern because I'm like, well, I don't care about them getting cold out there. That's not going to be a big deal. But during the summer, a metal container getting hit by the sun, everything in there would get so hot. My main concern was, are all the seals just going to pop loose? Because then you've got all these quote unquote sealed sets that are no longer sealed, and that would be no good.
You could
I've
just
seen a few of those on eBay where it says like sealed set, but what's actually happened is it is sealed in the fact that no human being has opened it, but like the glue is dried out and the flaps just popped open.
Mm-hmm.
And like they still sell that as sealed. I can see why, because it's not being opened by a human being.
Yeah.
But
I've got a couple sets that way. I don't list those as sealed. I list them as new open box sealed bags is the way that I list those kinds of sets. I feel like it's a more accurate description.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I mean, in all fairness, I bought a used Pirates of the Caribbean set on Bricklink. And when it came, the box was open, but all the bags in there were sealed, and it was listed as used. So I was like, chuffed with that.
Yeah, different people got different opinions of that, right? There's a lot of people that say, look, as soon as the box is open, it's used, and that's a fair assumption. I think that I look at it a little different because it's like, well, you haven't been able to touch any of the things that you actually like, right? Like I haven't touched a single brick, even though I've had the bag in my hand.
Right.
And so I look at that as though, well, those are still new pieces.
Sure.
But I mean, I do get it. And
a lot of people don't care about the box.
I think in this case, it was just one of those things where they under-promised, over-performed type thing,
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought I was getting a used set. I didn't expect to have like new pieces, sealed bags, and the sides.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, ideally, I would love to collect the whole thing brand new, but the sad thing is, in the UK, the price of a used Lego Pirates of the Caribbean set is probably more expensive than a new one in the States, just because there's not as many of them here. We're a smaller country, so.
I mean, I mean, I'm just gonna throw it out there, whatever. That look, is it drastically different to the point where it may be a value add to you to have someone in the States who can pick those up for you and mail them to you? Is the mail cost cheaper?
Haggling.
Possibly via, if I had someone doing that for me, but I did look at like getting them from eBay from the States, and the cost of shipping and the import taxes would basically make it about the same price.
You got import taxes when it comes in that way?
Oh, yeah. Although, that being said, I've had 2 packages come from the States since Brexit and had no fees on them. As far as I'm aware, we haven't done a trade deal with the States, so I'm not sure if that's just coincidence. But I know some people ordered stuff before Brexit from countries in the EU, and because of COVID, they got delayed. And then when they come through, they come out after Brexit, so they've had to pay customs. Whereas previously, if it was in the EU, you didn't pay anything. But yeah, normally I always get import taxes on stuff in the States, and sometimes it's so annoying because if it comes via Royal Mail, there's a flat handling fee of £8. And before now, the actual tax has been less than £1. It's been like 73 pence. But because of the handling fee, I've paid £8.73.
So on that one package that I sent your way, did you have to pay an import tax on that?
No, I didn't. Not on that one. No.
Okay.
There's certain things like if you put it as a gift and it's under a certain value, that's.
So I just have to undervalue everything when I send it.
Yeah. But then if it gets lost, then you've got no chance of claiming it back. So.
I guess that's fair. Your insurance isn't going to cover that part at that point.
Yeah. But like it used to be, if you marked it as a gift, you wouldn't get any on there. But now it's a gift of a certain price threshold. I think because so many people were abusing it. Like there were companies that you could buy from that would mark it a gift, which is technically illegal. If you've paid money for it, it's not a gift, you know?
Yeah. No, and I get that. Certainly when you're doing it that way or whatever, right? But there's different things that individuals can do.
Yeah, and I think it's one thing for an individual to do it, and another thing for a company to sort of advertise on the website, hey, we're marked this as a gift for you if you tick this box, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, companies offering that as a service or whatever is a little crazy, but no, I mean, and I don't know the cost differences on these things, but obviously when you order from eBay and stuff like that, paying shipping on a per set would instantly drive the price up like crazy, especially then because now you are getting it from a company or a business. eBay has coordinated that activity. And so the shipping goes through there. Well, it's hard to market as a gift all of a sudden because there was a transaction to document it.
Sure.
But right, if there's multiple things or something like that, and that's useful to you, I got no problem doing some shopping around for you or something. And that looks right. And right, because then it would be a single shipment in essence for all the sets that you cared for that you were missing or whatever. And I don't know what that price difference is across things, but anyways, it's something we can look around and see what kind of things there are out there for you.
This is the longest set ever. Oh my gosh.
I have actually completed the Pirates of the Caribbean theme now. I have completed that completely last year. I basically, because we didn't go on holiday. Normally we go on holiday. We normally go to like 3 or 4 Comic Cons a year, and like maybe a weekend break or 2. And I have like a savings pot, which money automatically goes into there from my salary to accumulate to pay for those. And of course, we couldn't go anywhere in the last 12 months, so that money was there. So instead, I used that to basically buy the Lego Pirates of the Caribbean theme.
Okay.
But yeah, there's still some other stuff out there I want. I actually have almost completed Lego Lone Ranger. There's one polybag I can't find for love nor money, and I've tried.
Don't tell him.
I was gonna say, what polybag? I think I got a couple downstairs.
There was 2 polybags. There's one with the Lone Ranger, and there's one with Tonto, and it's the one with Tonto. There's nothing exclusive about it, so I have everything that was exclusive to the theme.
He's gonna look it up right now and see if it's in his inventory.
But there's one I have.
You'll recognize it if you see it.
That's why I was 100%.
Tonto. We're actually the home of the Lone Ranger.
We are. That's very true. Oxford, Michigan is the home of the Lone Ranger.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen like some of the old reruns, but I haven't seen the film the sets are based on. I just love it because I love Lego Western, and it was like the most recent.
Sure. We used to have the Lone Ranger Fest every year, and they would have
Oh, the Tonto's campfire?
the horse.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, that's funny. It's only like a $13 poly bag here.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's lots of them on eBay, $13.95,
Is this something you should discuss on
$14,
video that's
$13.99, $9.99.
international smuggling?
Smuggling.
Is that smuggling?
Smuggling.
Yeah, they're actually not that. Oh, geez, oh, Pete, is that a? Here's a lot of 5 of them for $65.
I don't think he wants
30261. Yeah, probably not. But
you're gonna get them and then give him one.
well, right. Sometimes when you buy things in bulk, the price goes down, and then you sell them back individually as a way to make profit. Just saying.
Oh my gosh, why is this so hard for me? Oh, there we go.
Anyway, yeah, that's $14 apparently. I guess the other ones had shipping on them and stuff, but 14 with free shipping is the cheapest one around me. I don't think I have that poly bag though. I think I have the one with the Lone Ranger because it was a little mine cart. I think that is the one that I have.
Ranger. I mean, neither of them have anything exclusive on there, but I just like to have them to complete the theme, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's all you're missing for that theme?
Yeah. You know what's really crazy is the Lone Ranger, the pump car one, is brand new, £3.49 on eBay. That's how cheap that one is.
$3.49?
Well, £3.49. So that'll work out about $4.50 to $5.
Okay, that's cheaper. I just searched for Lego Lone Ranger poly bag, and here, that one I only see one of. I guess I see a second one here, but the cheapest one is $9.99 with $8.45 shipping.
Woo!
What?
Yeah, it says it's trending at about $15 on eBay.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. But the other one is 14.
That is really bizarre. I wonder if like one of them was more available in the States and one was available in Europe, maybe.
It could be. None of these ones are European in terms of they all got piece counts and everything on them.
Like
The
pump car is there's loads of them in Europe, but the Tonto's Campfire, I think there's only 3 sellers on Bricklink. And if I go onto eBay in the UK, it's not even available.
Yeah, I didn't even think to look at Bricklink or whatever. Well, you would end up seeing the stuff available in the US there as well on Bricklink.
Yeah, it's really bad though to get get stuff from the States.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean that. The shipping going across or whatever is.
I don't know what's happening.
What are you doing?
What
are you doing?
It's I don't know. Ooh.
That's it. You're cut off. No more water for you.
Oh yeah,
this
Jeebus,
is,
I had
this is
these
either
all crooked and upside down.
Tonto's Campfire, I can get the cheapest one on Bricklink is $8.99, and they've got 4 of them. New sealed, $8.99 a piece.
That's insane. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is interesting seeing some of those differences because you guys get it'd be kind of like us. What is it, the Leicester and what is it? Is it the British Guard or whatever it is? There were a couple of little poly bags over there that were just like almost giveaways at some of your stores, I think, right?
Well, the Leicester one I've only seen in the London one. Okay. The British Guard one, which for some reason was in Hamley's store, but it was meant to be a freebie. But the one in Cardiff was selling it for I think like 12, 15 quid. Oh. And I just didn't want it that much for that, so I probably should have gotten it.
No,
hold on. I need to see this pile of leftover pieces. She's done.
Oh my word!
Oh yeah, those are not leftover pieces. That's an extra piece, but not 2 of them. That's not an extra piece. That's an extra piece, extra piece, extra piece, extra. None of these are.
Oh no.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I feel like
8,
this isn't
9.
complete up here. or something.
Well, yeah, you didn't cap any of those.
Oh, well, there we
So
go.
your gray one's over here.
No, you can't do it.
Okay,
You
fine.
didn't
Here,
want to do it
put those
earlier
on.
when I offered it.
Next time, do it right then.
Oh.
All right. So, oh, you got that one. Okay. And you got a little guy there. It looks like you're supposed to have a vent there and there.
Oh, yep, I do see the vent.
Yeah.
Did I put that guy on right? Because that.
Probably not.
Oh,
Shots fired.
it's getting rough in here, folks. Ugh. I can't even pick up the piece. Oh, Lord have mercy.
It's been a long day. It's been a long
It's
week.
been a long year.
Yeah, I feel like going back a little bit to what we said last time, like I totally agree with Laura. Like, I understand there's a reason for it. I just think because it's been a year now, a lot of people were thinking like 6 to 8 months we'd be done.
Right.
And it's just, even I've found it like I'm going a bit stir crazy. And for the longest time, I was like, I'm doing okay with this. Like, I'm happy to stay at home. But now it's the point where, whilst I don't mind working from home and stuff like that, it's like not being able to see my family. Like in the last 12 months, I've seen my mum and my dad like maybe 3 or 4 times, which is just insane. Whereas I would normally see them that many times a week before. Yeah, so it's been a long year.
We've seen our folks a decent amount.
I
Probably on par with normal.
There still are a bunch of friends that I haven't been able to see, and one of my friends is a preschool director, and she has both of her vaccines, so she finally allowed us to see her, and I haven't seen her the entire time. Another friend I haven't seen the entire time, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, and in the beginning we were really I'm gonna say good, but strict about not seeing Dave's family, and and obviously it's kind of lessened up, and they actually got their first shot last week, the 12th. Did I mess up in there too?
Yeah.
That's it. I quit.
Not messed up, but here, this little.
I quit.
You can't quit. You're fired.
That's right. Yeah. But then do I get unemployment?
No,
No, I don't.
no, not in this house. You don't.
That's rude.
We fired you with cause.
Oh yeah, that's true. If it's just cause, otherwise I'll take your
There
ass
we
to court.
go.
All right, let's put this
Oh, that's
on.
right. Yeah, you gotta put it on still. All right, so
We finished yet? Oh, wait.
extra pieces are all good.
Dun. I don't know where it goes.
Has Lego Freak just died or something?
Lego Freak died?
Nah, I mean he's here. He's muted.
Don't die, Lego Freak. I really like your parents. I mean, that's not the only reason I don't want you to die, but.
Don't die. I really like your parents.
Oh boy. He knows what I mean. I mean, come on. Stop watching me. You're making me nervous. Oh geez, great. Now I just ripped the mini off. Tearing this mother down. It doesn't fit.
What?
It doesn't clip.
I guess it might not.
Yeah, yours doesn't clip either.
Okay. It just clips on the one side. Anyways, here we go.
Yay. Oh, Lord have mercy.
So finally, 3 weeks after it was originally earned,
Woo!
the other wall is on the first floor of the Disney Castle.
Oh boy, it is pretty cool.
Yay.
Turn around.
I love that set.
Uh-oh, now you broke it on me.
Drop test.
I vote no. I'm not revoting it.
There we go. That's what we got. And technically, I've earned bag 7. However, being that it's after 10 o'clock now because someone built that bag so fast,
I am sorry, people.
we are not going to be building bag 7 tonight.
But in 2 days, hopefully, How close are you to getting another bag?
Another bag? I mean, I just earned this one. I think I'm
know.
at like 21 pounds. I'm not going to lose 4 pounds this week.
I am 1.5
Away from another bag?
away from another bag.
Oh.
Egg challenge. Egg fast.
Egg fast.
I don't care.
Yeah, like,
this
I'm
point.
gonna. Yeah, then we could build bags together. Actually, you and I could both build.
No, because you need to build this bag before then.
So we'll
we
try
can
and
get
do
that.
another live stream tomorrow or
We don't have
Sunday.
to be
Then.
on live stream for you to build a bag.
Well, it might be fun.
I mean,
We'll
it would
see.
be.
I want to get a bunch of stuff listed.
Sunday. Tomorrow, you're on boy duty.
What does that mean?
That means boy. I
Boys
don't know
club.
about boys club, but
I'm having a craft thing tomorrow.
she's having some girlfriends over, and they're all going to do a craft together. And so I'm going to be putting Luke down for nap because it's his nap time, roughly around then. And then Scott and I are going to hang out and do something. We may actually try and join Greg's stream, the Patreon stream that he does. It depends on what Scott wants.
Yeah,
to
I
do.
think Scott was wanting to go do something.
Like go do something.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if that would be fair to you, just in case Luke gets up though.
It'll be fine.
You're not worried about it? Okay, I would be more than happy. He can go help me. He can go help me pick. We can go shopping. See if we can buy some more Lego.
Yeah, because you definitely need some more Lego.
I was thinking that it was, it's a little bit of a slow week,
So Dave gets the Lego magazine and he's like, hey, you want to look through this? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll look through and see if there's a couple things in here that maybe I would want, or like us. And just looking at him like, oh, that one's cool. That one's cool. He's like, yep, got it. Yep, got it. Yep, got it. Got it. And I was like, dude, why am I even going through this then? Like, it doesn't even matter.
Well, because I don't know what ones you would be interested in. Just because I got it doesn't mean I know what ones you like.
What was there was a junior set one that, the farm. Didn't you order the farm?
Oh, the Duplo one? Yeah.
And then.
Yeah, there was a really cool farm and barn. They had a lot of animals with it and a tractor and stuff. So we got that. Figure maybe when Luke's like 2.
He does really well with Lego though.
Yeah, I agree. I just it would be cool to have him like when he's at an age where like he can actually like
build it.
Yeah. Because that one's a bigger set. We've got other
He
ones.
might be able to build now. We don't know if he could follow an instruction.
Yeah, maybe. I think he's probably still. I think Duplo is what the recommended age is 2 to something. I think
2 to 4, isn't it? Because then they go for 4+ now. Yeah, sets, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. No, he's not. I would be totally fine. I think when he's 2 or pretty close to that, or if he has that shows that interest or whatever.
He's not talking yet, and so we do this like early on program. So they help give us activities to practice with him and whatever. And so they said, well, can he draw a straight line? I'm like, I don't know. I've never asked him to draw a straight line. And so I took a marker and had him, I said, hey, can you draw this? And he goes, and drew a straight line. And I was like, well, apparently he can draw a straight line. My point being is that we don't know if he could follow a direction that's made for a 2-year-old.
Yeah, and so it'd be good, I think. So I don't have small Duplo sets, but I've got some that are pretty small, 19 pieces or something like that.
Yeah.
And so starting with one of those and seeing like, look, if he does good with that, then we can bust out the whatever. I think the farm says all like 52 pieces, which
I just don't want to pick up 52 pieces because that's what he does. He likes to put things in the bag and then dump the bag. So
truth.
I don't want to pick up 52 more pieces on top of everything else.
No. Yeah. Those ones will be treated differently.
But that'll be fun though.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to that. That's in all fairness, right? That's what started this whole thing was with Scott. We got him, or Santa, I guess, got him, I think. I don't remember who it came from. Anyways, he ended up getting some Lego Junior sets. It was Mater and Lightning McQueen. The small little junior builds or whatever for Christmas, I think. And he was 3.
And
he
now
must have been 3. And yeah, we sat down and he was interested in building them. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like he's doing really good. These are 4+ sets. And he's sitting down and he's building them and he's doing amazing and he's following the instructions and super patient. So we started recording it, and that's where the whole channel kind of started, and looking for stuff up, and much like everything else in my life, when I go in, I go all in.
Yeah, he's very much all or nothing.
That's my personality. It's true.
No, I can relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever? I'm gonna say play, but I don't know if it's play. Those remember those skeleton things that you would go up to that game place?
Oh, Warhammer. Warhammer Fantasy specifically.
Who, me?
Anyone?
Yeah,
you.
I mean,
Did you ever play that?
My friend was quite in when I was in high school. One of my best friends was really into Warhammer, and he used to take me to the Games Workshop shop.
Yes, that's Mm-hmm.
But I only started collecting them when they did the Lord of the Rings ones, and they had a magazine out over here where you should get like a free model or a free paint set issue. And I got into collecting the Lord of the Rings ones and painting those up for a few years. And then we had a house fire, and pretty much my entire collection got wiped out. I kind of gave up, but I never actually played it. Like my best friend, he was proper into reading the books, playing the game, and stuff like that. To me, it was just like I enjoy collecting the Lord of the Rings characters and constructing them.
The figures look really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we've always enjoyed doing D&D, so it was kind of like a work up to it. It was like we did D&D for many years, and then it was kind of like, hey, we liked the miniatures that we played with when we did those,
painting them,
and
so it was really fun to just
so she was doing a lot of that stuff or whatever with the D&D minis, and so then that's kind of what led us into hey, look, here were these sets of new fantasy characters that you could use to build little armies and stuff out of.
We bought this huge set from somewhere. Was it from the place at the mall? Someone up there?
Yeah, it was. So at Games Workshop, they had I'm going to call them used sets where people bought them and they painted them, and then I don't know if they traded them in or if they acted kind of as a consignment shop or something like that, but. I got it. It was a full skeleton army set with a vampire leader, I think is what it was. And it was a really big set. And I don't even know what retail would have been on all the figures, but I got the whole thing for $90. And so I was pretty stoked about that. And so then I had to buy a couple more kits to flesh out the army. And then I bought the case for it.
It was funny because you went up there 1 or 2 weekends or something, and then the store closed.
Yeah, it was not long after.
No, it was 2 weeks, and it sat in that box in the basement since.
I mean, I went up there. I think it was longer than that. I didn't get a chance to go up there much. I probably only went up there 2 times, but it was spaced out a little further because I know I bought some. I bought a few different character packs or whatever it is, and you helped me paint one, and that was a slow, long process. I mean, I'm confident that I had them for months. I think I was going up there about once a week, and I probably only played twice up there just because my big thing was just the games were so long. You only had a couple tables that you could play on. And so when you went to play a game, it was okay. Well, you kind of got to wait for other games to finish, and then you would sit down and play, and a game would take, I don't know, hour and a half, kind of almost as long as this build. But I mean, it was fun. It was I had a good time with it, and it was that cool. You're meeting new people who are into similar things. But it was the concept okay, well, if you wanted to play, you had to cart your stuff around. You had to go to the store.
But you look super cool with your big, huge plastic backpack. It was like a rifle case, but way bigger.
It's a big box.
Trucking through the mall.
It is what it is. I had fun with it. I wasn't worried what other people were thinking about it. It didn't fit into our life at that point in time, which is I think why it kind of fell off a little quicker.
And then the store closed.
And then the store closed not long after. It didn't close and then I quit going. It was one of those okay, I quit going and kind of set it aside, and then we went back in and I was like, oh, let's go stop over at the store and see how it's going. And it's oh, it's gone. Okay, I guess we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Anything else or no?
No, I think I think
we're
that's
good?
probably it.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking around for my very long, which should not have been very long build.
Yeah.
Do you actually think you're going to finish the whole set in this stream?
Oh, not the
No,
set.
no.
No,
We-
just
so-
my build.
So do you know
Oh.
what this Craggle in terms of how we're building it?
I'm not sure, no.
Okay, so what
So
we're
you're not a true fan then. That's hurtful.
So what we've been doing is, as of the 1st of 2021,
I think it
January.
was like the 3rd or something, but yeah.
Yeah,
The
whatever
first
the first
Monday
Monday is
month.
of the year.
Of the year, yeah.
We started a weight loss challenge, and so anytime one of us lose 5 pounds from a Monday to a Monday,
Yeah.
Or not over that week, but every 5 pound increment in essence that we lose,
We weigh in every Monday and do a check-in video.
Yeah. And so for every 5 pounds, we earn the right to
bag.
build a bag. And so basically at this point,
We've each done 3 bags.
we've each done 3 bags. I technically earned my 4th, and that's
but I
bag
took
7
2
over
more.
here. And so the goal is that once we finish building this, I forget what it is, like
80
13 bags, maybe it's 14 bags.
because I thought it was like 80 pounds or something like that.
Yeah, maybe it's anyway. It's somewhere between 70 and 80 pounds is what we will have lost together over the course of this, and so that's how we're building it. And so by the time this thing's built, hopefully it'll be this visual representation of, in essence, the journey that we've gone through, the hard work we've put in, and hopefully that'll act as a little bit of a reminder to say, look, that took forever to build. It took a ton of time to lose all that weight. We need to be watching it a little bit harder. So.
And it's a motivator too that like, oh, I really want to build, but because the one bag took so long, I think I'm good for the while. It was more fun with like the inside stuff we had done. The first couple bags were really fun. This bag wasn't fun for me. I don't know how you felt about your structure.
Well, mine didn't take as long as yours. So I didn't think it was that bad, but yeah, I mean the walls were. I mean it's just
They're
kind of a
boring.
boring wall, honestly. But now we've made it. I don't think there's anything else first floor, so we're gonna start on the second floor now, and we're gonna have a lot more interior, I bet. Yeah. So we'll end up adding this whole nice pecan in the next section, bag 7.
Pecan.
So that's what we're doing.
that's
so
what
it's
we're
kind
doing,
of a fun.
So every week we're checking in with our
Yeah,
ups and downs, and
it's the one video that we've been producing on a weekly basis now.
and
So it must
Jenny's
be the
gonna
tower
be sending
piece.
us some
recipes.
Yeah, can you make them easy ones like Instapot, crock pot, something? And then there was a period of time where, for whatever reason, anytime I ate chicken, it tasted like fish, and it was so disgusting. Like I would almost throw up. Like I would almost not eat because it was just a risk of eating chicken that tasted like fish. I was like,
isn't that what they do though? Like with things like Slim Fast and Weight Watchers, they make the food so horrible so that you don't eat it, so that you lose weight.
This wasn't diet food.
No,
or anything.
it was
This
legit chicken I bought from the store and I made.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2 different kinds of chicken,
Something was
and I
throwing
bought
her
a chicken
palate
from the
off.
store.
Yeah.
It was whatever, and Dave's like, no, it doesn't taste like that. It's just you. And I'm like, I don't know what it is, but I can't eat chicken. Like, I just can't eat it. Which is like the #1 diet food, right? Yeah, that'll be fun. So, yeah, that really threw us off. And then...
I won't tell you what I had for my dinner tonight then.
No, tell us.
I had 2 mini beef steaks, mashed potato, broccoli, carrots, and a Yorkshire pudding with gravy.
A what pudding?
A Yorkshire pudding.
What's that?
Yorkshire pudding?
It's like it's like batter mix in like a sort of like a cup shape.
Hold on, I can't hear. All I heard was batter mix.
Yeah, it's like batter mix put into like a cup shape, and then you put it in the oven, and it's something you traditionally have with a roast dinner in the UK.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, does it come out to be like almost like a flaky biscuit or something?
No, like do you guys don't have toad in the hole over there? I think you do, but it's something else, isn't it? Toad in the hole.
A pig in a blanket?
No, toad in the hole is like a batter mix. Like you're basically like a Yorkshire pudding with sausages in it.
Yeah, so a pig in a blanket. It's a hot dog with a biscuit around it.
A pig in a blanket over here is like a sausage with bacon around it.
Oh no, it's bread.
Yeah, in ours it's almost like it's like a little a small sausage or a small hot dog wrapped in like a croissant almost.
Yeah.
What? Not
Yeah.
bacon? What's wrong with you people?
Yeah. So what do you call it? A toad in a hole?
Toad in a hole, but yeah, if you want to look up Yorkshire pudding, that's what I had on my one.
Toad in a hole.
See, that looks fancy, but that looks big.
That looks delicious.
I don't think that that's what he's probably saying.
Well, he's saying it's this part, the flaky thing that it's in. He's not saying that that's.
Yeah. But I thought I imagined that toad in a hole was like a single serving, not a pan.
Oh no, it's something that you do like in a big bacon tray.
Okay, yeah, that's what the picture is that we're looking at.
So what's the other one? Oh, the Yorkshire pudding right here.
Yeah. So if you see like Yorkshire pudding, basically that's what toad in a hole is.
Yum.
Oh.
Okay, that looks delicious.
Yeah, they are.
Yum.
Yeah.
So are you the cook or is Mrs. the cook?
The missus is the primary cook. She's better at it than me.
That just see like all the things you listed sound like so much work.
Yeah.
Like a roast, broccoli, did you say carrots?
Yeah.
And this biscuit sausage thing. That's like a lot.
We didn't have the sausage, we just had the Yorkshire pudding on there, but yeah. It takes time.
What can you do in crab packets?
Whilst we love our cooked dinners, everything takes so much time. It's easy just to like, get a pizza and bung it in the oven or something, you know?
Right.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
We've had a couple pizzas since the new year, but not many.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. All right, my friends, our friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thanks everyone for stopping in the chat. Thank you, Lego Freak, and thank you, Craggle, for joining us and keeping us company and hanging out. It was fun.
Thanks for inviting me. Thanks for having us.
All right. Well, we will catch you guys all later, and
stay tuned for Monday, people.
Yeah,
Monday.
Another video. She's gonna hopefully earn another bag.
That I'll just maybe have you build.
We'll be building the next two together then if I don't have mine done.
Well, but we only have one book. That was the problem that we had earlier. See, and there were some that we did that were the same. So we had one page that you did at the same time as I was doing.
We'll figure it out.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's all symbolism anyways. So.
Yeah, it is. We're doing good.
All right.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.